Welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, where our mission is to provide education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. USA Global TV and Radio connects you with experts and audiences all around the world every single day to help you succeed in business and to live a richer life. Visit us at usaglobaltv.com to learn about career and life-changing training and mentoring programs like the Listening Mentor. Subscribe to our newsletter to stay informed about our special programs and offers. Discover how you can become a guest on one of our shows or a host or producer of a USA Global TV and Radio show of your very own. That's USA Global TV and Radio, where the doctor is always in.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome home to USA Global TV and Radio, where we provide world-class education, inspiration, and hope. I'm Dr. JACALYN KERBECK, and I just want to welcome everyone, including our new followers in Amazon Live. We are thrilled to have you with us today, and to all of our loyal followers who've been here, we thank you for showing up again. Today, we are celebrating creativity doing book reviews, and we have a very special guest, Dr. Madalene Chan. Dr. Chan is part of our team here at USA Global TV and Radio, and she's also an accomplished singer. She's a songwriter, she's a performer, and she's also an author. Let's welcome her to the program. She's joining us today from London. Welcome, Dr. Chan. Hello.
Hi, Dr. JACALYN. Hello, and welcome to Amazon Live. How wonderful is this? And USA Global TV and Radio, of course.
Super exciting. And you know, when you and I are typically working together, we're not talking about your work as an author unless it's on the corner bookstore, but you have written some incredible work. And I know that you are also going to take one of your books to the next level, and we'll be talking about that a little bit. So you are the creator of Star Child, and we're going to be taking a look at a video and also talking more about that. But tell us, where did you get your inspiration to start writing?
Well, when I moved to Malta, which was in 2006, I never, ever really read a book, not that much. And it was really strange because I had a week of where I was really, really ill. And so I was bedbound. I had to be in bed to try and recover. The doctors couldn't find out what the mysterious illness was. And I started to put pen to paper, and almost as if I was getting ideas and inspiration from the universe, and I just started to just write and write and write, which really didn't make sense, but it was just pages and pages of for Star Child. And at the same time, as well as the writing, I'm not a very good artist. I'm not an artist at all. I started to draw like childlike figures, what I thought Star Child would look like. So yeah, that's how I began.
And here we have your Star Child book poster, and it's available on Amazon. So anybody who's watching on Amazon Live, we're going to be talking a little bit more about this book, but here is the book cover. And again, it's available right now on Amazon. Dr. Chan, I would love to have you share a little bit more about the characters and the purpose of the book. But first, we're going to take a look at a book trailer that you have to give our viewers a little more inspiration. Let's take a look at this.
Hello, are you there? Please help me. Hello, my name is Star Child, and I'm so pleased I've met you. This is Zingar, my planet from another solar system far, far away. When you visit Zingara, you would find that it's filled with other beings like me who live magical lives through the power of light and love. Wizard Obsidian, my dad, is the ruler of planet Zingara, and the goddess of light, his twin flame, is my mum. I'm here to ask you for your help because I've taken on an enormous task and I can't do this on my own. Recently, whilst I was astral travelling, I passed into another solar system and found myself interacting with the beautiful energy of your Mother Earth. But Mother Earth is distressed and overwhelmed about her planet. The pollution and wars between her people are destroying her. When I first arrived, I met other enlightened humans, Seraphina, Malachite, Indigo, Paula, and Larimar, the big fluffy ginger Persian cat, who have joined my mission to transform the Earth. I've also invited my friends from other planets, the Crystal Lights, the Warriors of the Rainbow, and the Mandalas to help with this vital mission. Our heart-opening message will bring awareness to millions of precious beings about planet Earth, about her environment and how to take care of her by shifting the planet back into a manageable lightness of being and balance. But we've just learnt that the evil ruler of planet Zodosk, Wizard Onyx, is planning to conquer the galaxy, sending his son, Prince Ricochet, and a dark army to conquer and overrule Earth first. If they succeed, they will plunder and destroy this planet even further, and they have to be stopped. Oh, I know! Maybe you can come and join me, Star Child, the Crystal Lights, the Warriors of the Rainbow, the Mandalas, and all the enlightened humans, and help us. You can also help show how, when everyone works together, their and your power can shift things into the light. And we can finally heal Mother Earth and be able to deliver a heart-opening and lasting message about the power of love, truth, and light.
Wow. Really well
I got to
done.
say,
I love it.
thank you. Well, I got a good team. Got the lovely Janetta Barry, as we all know, and she did the video. She created the video for me, and of course the poster was created by Martin Zogby as well. But yes, I only just got the video just 30th of December. So
How did you feel when
just
you got
in
it?
time. Sorry,
How did you feel when you got it?
I got really emotional. And as Janetta was speaking to me and showing me, because she said, "Oh, let's watch it together," I said, "Okay." And I got very emotional. I said, "I have to watch this again. I have to watch this privately." So I did. I've watched it about 3 times now. And it's just lovely. The characters coming to life. And yeah, so and the fact that she's bringing a message, and it's about the times that we're all going through now, really.
Yes, and you are very much into helping people tap into their soul awakening. Let's talk a little bit more about the book. You have the book there with you, yes?
I certainly do, Dr. Jacqueline. There
That's
you go.
fantastic.
There it is.
We'd love to have you read a little bit, maybe a chapter you could read for us.
Okay, I'm just going to pick at random.
Okay, go for it.
Let's see. Okay. Greeting. Okay. Obsidian is Star Child's. Wizard Obsidian is Star Child's father. So she's gone missing, and he's wondering where she is. So here it goes. Obsidian approaches Wild Spiritu and signals to him that his presence is there and he needs to hold close counsel with him. Wild Spiritu immediately comes over and talks with the great wizard. Greetings, Wild Spiritu. Is Starchild here? She said she was coming to visit you. Wild Spiritu replied, No, my good friend, we have not seen her. Why? Is there something wrong? The wizard replied, Oh, she went astral travelling, exploring the cosmos, and she has not returned home. And the strange thing is, I cannot contact her. I do fear the worst. Wizard Obsidian put both his hands over his face, feeling broken. His friend, Wild Spiritu, embraces Obsidian and reassures him that they will do everything in their power to find Starchild. He then turns his attention on two of the best rainbow warriors, Tangier and Rastafaria. Gather up the rest of the warriors of the rainbow tribe. We must all go on the long journey and seek and find our good friend Starchild and bring her safely back home. And then the warriors of the rainbow break out into the warrior dance song. And on that note, Wizard Obsidian acknowledges with a gesture of praise and thanks and flew off to another planet to visit the Golden Healer and the Lighterians on planet Light. Planet Light is a magical place with pink, fluffy clouds, glittering blue crystal lakes, and cascading waterfalls that shine like diamonds. And the beings that live there are called the Crystallites, and each one has a magical healing power. The Crystallites, the Lighteria beings, are guardians of the crystal energies and chosen as liaison between the universe's inhabitants and the immortal beings that look on from the higher dimensions. The Golden Healer is the bearer of the light on planet Light. He has a slim build with long grey beard, the kindest eyes and long nails and hands. He lives in a large crystal tetrahedron, which is positioned on a diamond crystallized faceted mountain. He is the keeper of the ancient records, registering every being's birth in the universe. He communicates with the immortals to keep the spreading of evil at bay.
Fantastic. I love the way that you animated and read it. You can tell your passion is in there. And you mentioned several times to me that this was a project that you started on a while back and you finally finished it, and it's sort of a celebration of your creative heart just blowing open. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely, Dr. JACALYN. When I was in Malta, I started this in 2008. And what really did inspire me was when I went to visit the temples. The beautiful temples in Malta are over 2,000 years. And on that day I was visiting the temple, I came back and within a few days I wasn't that well. And then I started to write about Starchild and adventures. But it's also to do with when I was writing that, I was meeting all different characters to do with Starchild. For example, one of the characters, one of the Earthlings, Serafina, is actually my friend Cheryl, who happens to be a yoga guru at that time. So, and Paula is the person that I met, who was another young awakened being, Earthling. And her story is about how she was bullied and was feeling so introvert and feeling really at the lowest point. So a lot of it is about all these different characters that I met in Malta, and I went along being my cheery self, as I'm known to do, like a fairy, as I've been known over there. And it's almost like I live in a bubble. I lived in this bubble, and I related to everyone as the special, the ones that really stood out for me I put them as caricatures, and the story was so phenomenal, I had to put it into Star Child. So that's how it all began.
What a fabulous story. And, I think it's important that we all have some type of childlike essence because life is tough, right? It throws us curveballs, and we need to just go back into that childlike essence, get into that child pose and yoga. So, thank you so much for sharing that. And we wish you all the best with it. You have written some books with me as well as Mariska Dupree in New Zealand. We're going to be talking about that. But you also have another book you're going to share with us today. And it's probably, I don't want to say the opposite of what we were talking about, but it's somewhere in a different genre of writing. First, I want to say hello to someone who's reached out over on Amazon. He's also an Amazon influencer. It's Jafar Esadi Fard. I hope I said that right. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for your comments, and thank you for being an Amazon influencer yourself. So, Dr. Chan, you're going to be talking about another book, and I just would like to say we have the information for people to go ahead and purchase their copy of your book. And just so you know, as an Amazon influencer, any purchases that are made today, I will be earning a commission. So please purchase as much as possible.
Yes.
So over to you, Dr. Chan. Tell us about your other book that you have written and published.
Right. Well, thank you, Dr. JACALYN. This is, I've made it actually bigger, and I'll show you the actual size, but this is purely just for the screen. It's called From a $2 Daughter to a Cosmic Goddess. And this is the actual book, the actual size. It's basically about my life, but instead of writing it as a biography, I decided what would be good is to write them as lessons. So all the different lessons from my childhood up to the present date of when I was spiritually awakened, which was 2012. What I mean by spiritually awakened, when your heart opens out and you start to feel with a feeling body. So you look at the outside world from a compassionate heart and soul, and you do a lot of internal work, self-love, self-reflection, self-awareness. And at the same time, you start to do shadow work, which is where you're looking at all your fears and all your anxieties and all from an emotional level, physical level, energetic level as well. So from a $2 daughter, which I got the idea because my father, who lives in Vancouver, and I've only just recently, a few years ago, reconnected with him. He said, and he's Chinese. And he said, oh, daughter, I only had to pay $2 to talk to you this week. So I went, I love that. He goes, you're my $2 daughter. And I went, Dad, I'm not quite sure how to receive that, but I know that he was only joking, but it was his humor. And I thought, I quite like that $2 daughter. That's quite interesting. I like it. And then I thought, I've been studying the universe and how I feel connected to all that is. And I thought, a cosmic goddess. Okay. So really, it's about my life from the background of a dysfunctional family. You know the story when the father is not there, the real father, then the stepfather steps in and tries to do the best he can. And the mother is my mom, where she did the role and the pattern of the mother without the emotion attached to it. She was devoid of emotions. So therefore, I was very much full of love, and I compensated that. And because I compensated that for all the love, and I was looking at people as if they were light beings, honestly, I did. I went to London, and I ended up having a lot of, so basically the lessons are lessons of abandonment, lessons of betrayal, a harsh lesson here of where you've been set up, kind of in a thriller, a crime, really. I got set up in a horrible way, and it really, I thought it would really take from me, and I didn't think I would recover. And what I'm talking about is rape. What I'm talking about is a gang rape. And this is when I was much younger, in my early 20s. And you know, when you're trying to, when you're coming away from the family that you don't have, so you search for the family that you think is there for you. And so you go for the underground family, the family that shows love, but in a normal society that would not be considered love and caring. So that's all I knew. And that happened to me. I ended up being in the hospital. I didn't know where I was and everything. And I don't want to keep reactivating. All I'm saying is that was a harsh lesson. But what I did, what was really strange, the week after I saw the guy, the main guy that did that to me, I went up to him, Dr. JACALYN, and I shook his hand and I said, "Thank you for the lesson." And I think to myself, what in my right mind? Did I do that because I was scared? Or was it an inner strength? And I realized at that point that was a strength of mine. And so it's basically some of it is funny. There are some parts that are funny. I mean, a friend of mine, Lottie, she did the foreword, and she said that it's like a thriller. You've got funny side to it. You've got some serious, horrible, horrific. And then you've got this, throughout it all, I remain not so emotionally involved in it. It's really strange. And it's just about the different lessons. I was self-destructive. And I turned my adversities into superpower.
That's fantastic. That's what so many people need, to be able to take their adversity and just channel it in a new direction to inspire other people, as you're doing every day. So thank you again for sharing that. And we'll have you read a short passage, maybe something uplifting for our viewers today.
Yes. Let me see. Let me see. Uplifting. Kissing the flowers and dancing in the rain. It was a blossoming relationship, and Robert, in fact, when I first met my partner's parents, who lived in Sussex, we both went up to see them, and I would not go into the house. I just remained outside. His mother came outside and took my hand and said, "Come in and have some tea, dear, something to eat." So I looked up and saw her smile with her eyes. I knew that instant this was going to be a good experience. That night, my partner and I went out. We went to the local pub, watching Chelsea play, as this was my partner's favourite team. I enjoyed it. It went the local pub. I enjoyed it too. We stayed there till closing time, and we got lost walking back to his parents. So we arrived home and woke up the dogs. And also we tried to cook something, which set the smoke alarm off. His dad came into the kitchen, furious, and said, "Get to bed, you two. We'll speak about this in the morning." Next morning, my partner had a raging headache, and I looked out of the window, and I had an enormous feeling to go outside. So I slipped outside in my short nightie and began to dance on the wet grass. I was kissing the flowers and feeling so happy and free. And actually, I was unaware anyone was watching me, but it was his mum from the kitchen window, and they were in such amazement, in shock. Even my partner just said to them, "Oh, don't worry, that's Maddie. She does this from time to time." And they laughed, but not in a horrible way, but in a funny, joyous way. And in that instant, All anger from last night's episode was forgotten. In fact, they never spoke of this during our stay with his parents.
Wow, that's fantastic. Thank you. Thank you. I'd say it's bringing you some joy as well, which is important. We want to
Yeah.
say hello again to our friends joining us on Amazon Live and to our friends on, I think we're on maybe 10 platforms right now. Hello to everyone. Thank you for watching. So these books are available on Amazon right now. We're going to actually share your page before we leave. And of course, if you are on Amazon Live, you can see right there and this, I guess, is in the US platform, but from a $2 daughter is on sale right now for $1.46 US. And Star Child is 85% off right now, available for $2.60. Again, we'll be showing the page where you can find them. Let's move on to another book, which is Creative Hearts Awakening. This is a book collaboration project that you and I have done together, and it features people from all over the world. You actually had the creative genius to come up with this. You want to share with people a little bit about Creative Hearts Awakening, what it's about?
Yeah, I would love to. Thank you, Dr. JACALYN. Creative Hearts Awakening was something that came to me. Funny enough, I don't know what it is about December 2022. And it was at the end of December. And really, it's about how when you are in your creativity, when you're in your joy, it's about where you find your passion and purpose, and how you fuel it and how you awaken. Basically, you lead your life with your passion, with your creative heart. So instead of it coming from an egocentric, you're coming from your heart space, heart center. And it helps to, that's what it's about. Awakening the passion within your creativity. And it doesn't have to be creativity as in films, music, novelists. Creativity is about co-creating with the creator. So it's something that you feel.
Absolutely.
It's a passion project.
A number of people, as I mentioned, from around the world have joined us in this first book of the book collaboration. And Dr. Chan, you actually have a chapter in here as well. Would you like to read some of it? Actually, I'll read it for you. How about that?
Yeah, if you could.
Okay, fantastic. I think I'll just read a little bit of the introduction first so that people have an idea what this is about. So I will just start there. Okay. Life's journey is punctuated by profound awakenings, moments when the spirit undergoes a metamorphosis, setting ablaze the fires of creativity within us. Our heart is a compass of our emotions and desires. It can emerge as a spring of inspiration when it fully awakens. Creative Hearts Awakening, a collaborative literary endeavor orchestrated by two visionary leaders, Dr. JACALYN KERBECK of the United States and Dr. Madalene Chan from the United Kingdom, bears witness to the individual commitments of our contributors to share their unique, deeply personal narratives with our readers. Within these pages, our readers will embark on a captivating voyage, delving deep into the very essence of human creativity, illuminated by those who've personally undergone profound transformations of their own hearts. Each featured collaborator in this book holds a distinctive and deeply personal story, unveiling the reasons and motivations behind their becoming a creative heart awakened. Some of our contributors, after answering the requisite 5 questions for the book project, chose to elaborate even more about their journeys. The reader will understand this better once they start to turn the pages. These awakened creative souls hail from diverse corners of the world, harmonizing a symphony of their perspectives, backgrounds, and experiences. These stories serve as a tribute to the universal nature of the creative spirit and the multitude of pathways through which it can be unlocked. As you leaf through the pages of Creative Hearts Awakened, you will bear witness to the extraordinary tales of individuals who have dared to dream, delved into the depths of their imagination, and embraced The Transformational Power of Creativity. Their journeys stand as a testament to the human spirit's ability to evolve, adapt, and emerge even more resilient and vibrant than before. We extend an invitation to you to embark on this inspiring journey, this odyssey, to partake in the stories of enlightenment and creativity, and to awaken the creative heart within yourself. Creative Hearts Awakened is more than just a book. It is a celebration of the human spirit and a testament to the boundless potential residing within each of us. So let the journey commence and let your heart awaken to the limitless possibilities of creativity. Please do reach out to these Creative Hearts Awakened to connect with them. We appreciate the time that you take to read this book, and please purchase it on Amazon and leave a review. There we go. Dr. Chan, I'm going to bring you back.
I love it. I love it. Do you know, as you were reading that, sometimes I get visions. Wouldn't that be amazing as this is the new life book? This is the new life, like we have like the Akashic records of our past, lives, multidimensional. How about once you wake up to your heart, we've got the life book for humanity, for the Creative Hearts Awakening. Oh, wow. Wouldn't that be magical?
Wow, genius. You are always coming up with great ideas. I love it. Let me go ahead and share my screen so that we can take a look at where people can purchase these books. Okay, so here we are, and I will bring this up on the screen. So here we're on Amazon. We have Star Child, which we talked about a little bit earlier, and we have Creative Hearts Awakening. And we're going to talk about some of these others, but we're going to go down here to From a $2 Daughter to a Cosmic Goddess. So there are the books that we've spoken about. Creative Hearts Awakening is available in hardcover, and it's also available in the Kindle ebook. And Dr. Chan, your Star Child is available in Kindle as well as paperback. What about this other one, From a $2 Daughter to a Cosmic Goddess?
That's no, that's just
The Kindle?
the Kindle.
Okay.
Kindle. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so we have that. We've got some other books that we want to talk about as well. And so you and I know we've been on this journey for Lady Ella. Lady Ella represents a real person, my great niece, and her name is Ella. And you and I, in addition, are very focused on teaching people how important it is to listen at an elevated level. So we took the idea of a children's book and the idea of listening and put it together, and we came up with The Amazing Adventures of Lady Ella, the Listening Mentor. And
Woo!
yes, and you can see there's a lot of green in here, so that's why you can't see it, because I'm behind the green screen. But each of the animal characters on this book cover represent real people who took my course, The Power of Elevated Listening. And so in this book, Lady Ella, which is me, the listening mentor, travels around to various places, helping children and their families learn how to listen. And so, Dr. Chan, I'm going to bring you back up here. This particular book is about Lady Ella going to Gentle Farm. And Gentle Farm, you can see there's a fence, and there's farm animals, and then there are forest animals, and there's some kind of dispute going. So Lady Ella is frequently called by Mother Earth or Father Universe to go somewhere and help bring peace and help teach how to listen. And there's usually a life lesson as well. So in this particular book, Lady Ella is traveling to Gentle Farm. And I'll just highlight one of our dear friends, Red O'Laughlin, is in this book, and he plays the Red Ibis. So thank you to Red and to our other team members who are in here. So I'm going to read just a little bit about this. As I mentioned, this is the first book in the children's series. There's actually 2 series. So let me just start. I think I'll just start in the beginning, and I'll just read a few pages. Okay, and I will spotlight myself. So here you can see Lady Ella, and again, there's a lot of green. Lady Ella loves to travel. Today, she's continuing her amazing adventure as the listening mentor. Grand Beetle gave her her gold necklace with her name, Ella. She's been teaching animals across the world how to listen better. Lady Ella lives in Ladybugville. She earned her gold wings because she really knows how to listen to other animals and make them feel special. Gentle Farm is one of her favorite places to visit. Animals live there in the forest and on the farm. Lady Ella flies in and talks to her best friend Tara, the white owl. And you can see there's Tara. Hi, Tara. How are you? Asked Lady Ella. Tara said, Lady Ella, the farm animals are off grazing, but the wild animals are upset and they're hearing noises coming from the barn. Oh my, says Lady Ella. The farm is always so quiet and gentle. Tara said, Let's talk to Errol, the wild horse. He can tell you the story. And off they flew to Errol. And here's Errol. I'll read one more page. Hi, Errol. What noises have you heard? I heard moo and a clanging sound. Maybe the barn is falling apart, cried Errol. We must tell all the animals and tell them to run away. Wait, said Tara. Let's talk to some of the other animals and hear their stories. Lady Ella says, Let's talk to Sicaliza, the white lioness, and talk with her and find out what she's been hearing.
Oh, I love it, Dr. Jacqueline. I find it wonderful in the way that parents and children will be able to share the story and the bedtime story, but also you have the activity as well, don't you? You've done the coloring books and everything, and I find that phenomenal. I find it wonderful.
I'm so glad you brought that up. We actually do have the coloring book, which again, the name of the series is The Amazing Adventures of Lady Ella, and this is on Gentle Farm. So this one corresponds with that book. And what we've done here is we've created a couple of different ways to color or draw. Here's Red, the red ibis, Red O'Loughlin again. And so this is a big full page picture that you can color in any way you want. And you know, Dr. Chan, this book, I was really inspired. My mother passed away recently and she had dementia. And in the last couple of years of her life, she did a lot of paint by numbers. And actually, there's paint by numbers all over the walls here. I don't want to take them down, but it really helped her focus with her dementia. And so that was also part of my goal in putting together the coloring book, in that it's a way for maybe seniors, maybe anyone who wants to focus and get away from whatever it is they're doing. So we've got a full page like that. And then we also have some that require a little more concentration, so you can see.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
I love it. So intricate detail.
It is. And I have to say that the illustrator that we've worked with is fantastic. He does great work. So that is the purpose of the coloring book. It's for children, so they can actually test the retention from this book. And it's also for people with dementia or Alzheimer's, or someone who is looking for a little relaxation and they want to focus.
Wow.
So that book is also, those two books are available on Amazon. Let me tell you now how much they are. So we have the coloring book, which is $12.99. And we also have the First Lady Ella book, which is, I think it's $18.77. So you can go over to Amazon. It's actually on sale. I love how Amazon puts things on sale. They put them on sale. It's $16.89 right now. So $16.89 for the first book. Let's go into the second book, because this was really kind of something unusual, I've been told, for children's books. This book features you as well, and you are Crystal the butterfly.
Yes.
There you are, Crystal the butterfly. And this book was also co-written by Mariska Dupree. She's in New Zealand, and our illustrator is ID. It's KHALIDLMWZ. You can see it. Or I think you can actually see it. Well, you go to Amazon, you can see it. We'll bring it up. So
Exactly.
Lady Ella leaves Gentle Farm, where there's now peace and unity, and she now flies here to the School of Joy, where you happen to be Crystal the Butterfly and you are teaching, and there's a talent show. And during the talent show, the animals are auditioning. We'll bring up some pictures of that. And there's also an issue. Here you are with me,
Yes.
the two of us together. Tell us what you were thinking when you wanted to be part of this book project.
Well, I just loved the idea of Lady Ella in every way. And I love the fact that listening needs to be implemented to children at a very young age, because because I'm a singing teacher as well as one of my other occupations. It felt right, and I love butterflies anyway. I love the color of the butterfly meaning changing, transcending. So it kind of really resonated with me to play Crystal the butterfly, where I teach the singing, but I also listen to the animal students as well, to find out if there's any problem solving, or just to give them good support. And I so enjoyed it as well. It was really enjoyable. And we also, because of the singing, the School of Joy, and because it was a talent show, we actually wrote a song, myself, Dr. JACALYN, and Mariska, and Lala. And that was on Amazon as well. The Listening Lazy's song. Do you
Absolutely.
remember?
Yeah, it's a Listening Lazy song. Absolutely. So I just want to let people know, if you can go ahead and take your phone or your device and you can scan it, you can follow us on Amazon. We're on 10 different platforms right now. So we thank those of you who are watching us live. I know people like to watch content when they like to watch it, and that's good for us. So, okay. I'm hearing a little bit of an echo. Are you Dr. Chan?
No, it seems to be okay.
Okay, fantastic.
It seems to be okay from here. From
So
the UK.
in this book, there's actually sheet music.
Yes.
And let me find it.
Do you remember the song?
Yeah, Listening Lazies.
So fun. Listening lazies drive people crazy. Listening lazies making us blue. Listening lazies, communication go lazy. Listening lazies, listening lazies. Can you imagine the parents? Well, of course, in fact, when I read at a nursery school in the UK, I also did the activity with the song as well, and they loved it. The children, the 2 to 3 year olds, they loved it. And then the preschoolers, they understood the story more.
Yes.
They were more interactive with
And
the
it's
story.
amazing if you think about it, just the power of social media and influencing that. This book here that was published in the US is in places all over the world. And you took it into schools there in London, which is fantastic. So I have to say that I actually was someplace showing people my books. And one of the selling points of this particular one, the second one, was the fact that the sheet music was in here and the client wanted to play it on the piano. So you just never know. And we do have the song Listening Lazies, as you mentioned. It is available also on Amazon, and we'll take a look at that as well. So this particular book is now available, and let me see how much it's going for. They're all 1877, but I never know what it's going to end up being. So let me just tell you. Hold on. It's 1877. So I'm just going to read a little bit from this book, maybe just a couple of pages, so that people know after Lady Ella leaves the Gentle Farm and she goes here. So here we go. Okay, Lady Ella's favorite time of year is spring. It's the time she goes to the School of Joy near the lake. She loves it because this is where all the animals learn their ABCs of listening, valuable skills lasting a lifetime. There she is. going to the school. And now she gets to the school, and there's Crystal, the butterfly. There's also some other animals, Olivia, Blossom, Testadora, and Poncer. You'll find out more about them when you purchase the book. All the animals are busy preparing for the school talent show. Lady Ella feels the excitement in the air. The music teacher, Miss Crystal, aka Dr. Madalene Chan, has everyone's attention and gives them encouragement to do their best. She then dismisses them so they can practice. Blossom the honeybee, where is she? Blossom the honeybee and Lady Ella go outside to enjoy the fresh air. Lady Ella asks, "What will you be doing for the school talent show?" "I'm practicing my special dance," buzzed Blossom excitedly. "That sounds wonderful," exclaimed Lady Ella. And you can learn more in the book.
Oh, it's all coming back to me as well, because all the different animals there, the donkey, oh my gosh, and they all have, and even the one that, oh, what, yes, that the paw prints. The paw prints did pictures. Oh my gosh, It's so exciting. Viewers, you have to go onto Amazon and buy these books, because it's going to really help communication with your child, and be fun as well. Be fun and educational, and bonding as well. There's a great bond with you and your child.
And thank you. And also, there's a lesson. There's always a lesson in each book. So that's what I think is unique, that not only are we teaching children and their families how to listen at an elevated level, but we're also teaching them a life lesson. And we've got just a couple of other books to discuss as well. This one is the third one in the series. This is Lady Ella Has Afternoon Tea in London. And again, notice I didn't mention this on the second book, but there are different animal characters on each book. So Lady Ella, she went to Gentle Farm. She left there, went to the School of Joy, and now she's headed to London. And part of the reason why we picked London is because on our platform, USA Global TV and Radio, we have a big following there in the United Kingdom, because we have wonderful people like Dr. Chan who have joined our team and are spreading the good word. So in this one, we're going to find out about etiquette and manners. And this book was sponsored by the British School of Excellence. And that's what they teach there. They teach etiquette and manners. So the founder of the British School of Excellence is actually the giraffe, and that is Philip Sykes. So I'll just read a couple of pages. And by the way, we actually have some pictures here of Philip. Let me just, Philip is on our team. But he was with, at the time, it was Prince Charles. And he's also here with Mark Wahlberg. So you can see those pictures of him. He's been teaching etiquette and manners around the world and gone to some really amazing events. Okay, so I'll just read a little bit from the beginning of this, and then we'll move on. Okay. Here we go. And here, of course, is the real Lady Ella, who is a little bit older now. She's actually reading her own book, which I love. Okay, Princess, the royal swan, is very excited as she's planning a decadent afternoon tea for her friends. She asked Gerald, the giraffe, to help her plan the party and make sure that everything goes accordingly. "First," says Gerald, "we need to make sure that all the guests save the date." "Ah," says Princess, "yes, that would be smart. Otherwise, they may plan something else and may not be available. How do I go about doing that?" "Let's send out a note asking everyone to save the date. A formal invitation will follow later." I don't think anyone's hiring me to do voiceover work at any time soon.
I think you're doing a really good job. I was just thinking,
it's hard to remember what voice is what. So, yeah. So that's the third book, Lady Ella Has Afternoon Tea in London. Also available on Amazon right now. And that one is also 1877. Okay. And we've got just a couple more. And you're also in this one, the fourth one, The Ocean Calls.
Ocean Calls. Yes, I'm Sid the Squid.
You're Sid the Squid, and you're Dan. There's Sid the Squid there. So Lady Ella goes to General Farm. She leaves and goes to the School of Joy. Then she goes and has afternoon tea. Each place she's going, she's meeting with different animals and helping them learn how to listen. And also in this last book, etiquette and manners. Now in this one, Lady Ella is actually contacted by Mother Earth because the ocean is calling. The ocean's crying because the ocean's so polluted. So in this book, children are learning about water pollution and what it is that we all can do. So there are themes of sustainability and coexistence that are in this book, and we'll talk a little bit about that. So in this one, Sid the squid, Dr. Chan, gets in trouble. Sid was doing something that Sid shouldn't have done, which was, well, I don't want to say. You have to purchase the book.
Cheeky Sid. Cheeky Sid.
There's Sid the squid. So I'll just read the beginning as I have in the others. And this one, here's Lady Ella, now a little bit older. And here's the first page of the book. The ocean is polluted. Mother Earth is crying. Sea creatures are in danger and need our help. Neglected trash is visible everywhere. The world is about to crash. Thomas the dolphin is swimming in the sea. He hears and feels a sharp pain in his heart. He recognizes the voice of Mother Earth crying. Mother Earth is saying, "Help me, save me." Thomas knows sound travels faster through water than air. He wants to reach Mother Earth quickly. Making a high-pitched whistling sound, Thomas assures Mother Earth he will contact Lady Ella to help save the ocean.
I love it. I love the way that they're teaching the children about the sea, the pollution, how to take care of the earth, and the way that they all communicate, all the animals, by listening and help. And some don't listen, which they'll find out.
There's always one that has to, be the one to set the example. So,
yes.
And again, as we mentioned, you're Sid the squid, and then all of these animal characters are played by people who are on our team, who are elevated listeners. They've taken the power of listening. And in our second book series, that one's also 1877, by the way. In our second book series, The Magical Adventures of Lady Ella and Her Superpowered Friends, Lady Ella is now completely transformed. And you're also in this book. You are the Wizard of Dreams in this book.
Yes, I am. I love this book, The Superpower Friends. I love all of them, but I especially feel passionate about The Superpower Friends and The Wizard of Dreams. And it's very fantasy as well. I love it.
It is. It's in this particular book, Lady Ella is contacted by Mother Earth again, and I'm going to show the page on that. But in this particular situation, Mother Earth has had her yearly checkup from Father Universe, and he let her know that she's not doing well because her planet is being destroyed. And the Congo has an uprising, and the snakes have decided that they're better than all the other creatures, and so they're terrifying the other creatures. And Lady Ella has to go and talk to the snakes, but in order to do that, she needs some friends. So Mother Earth actually helps her get some friends who are the angels of hope and the angels of grace, and then of course the wizards. So what happens is, I'm going to read a little bit of this, you'll find out. And I'm going to show the picture.
It's beautiful illustrations.
Lady Ella is relaxing in her chair and smiling as she recalls her amazing adventures to Gentle Farm, the School of Joy, afternoon tea in London, traveling to the ocean, going on safari, that's book 5, traveling to outer space, that's book 6, and most importantly, reconnecting with her family. That's the last book in the first series. And this part I love. Just then, Lady Ella's green leaf phone rings.
Green leaf.
Yes, she has a green leaf, and it's a phone.
I love
And it's
that.
Mother Earth calling Lady Ella. Lady Ella answers the phone by tapping on the Mother Earth app on her leaf. And she says, "Hello, Mother Earth," says Lady Ella. "Congratulations on completing your 7 adventures to teach elevated listening skills to animals around the world." "Thank you, Mother Earth," says Lady Ella. "I'm so happy to hear from you. How are you?" Mother Earth replies, "I had my annual physical with Dr. Universe, and I'm not doing so well. Several parts of me are in distress and need immediate attention." "Oh my! How can I help you, Mother Earth?" asks Lady Ella. "I have 7 missions for you to help save me. To succeed, you will need help and time travel. You and your new team will have superpowers," replies Mother Earth. "I'm ready to save you and help save Mother Earth," says Lady Ella. Mother Earth replies, "When we hang up, turn over your leaf phone and press the app called Time Travel." They say their goodbyes, and Lady Ella presses the app. And here she is. Now you can't see her because it's green. She's in a green bubble. So she's in time travel. And when she comes out of time travel, here she is.
Phenomenal.
She's blue. She's blue and she's in a dress and she's with these other creatures. And I'm going to skip forward. This is one of my favorite parts of this book.
Yeah.
Okay, so she meets these other creatures. You're one of them, Wizard of Dreams, and then the two dragons that are angels, and they're played by Caroline Heward. And they say, "Thank you for joining us, Lady Ella. Mother Earth sent us too. We must open this briefcase and find out what's inside." And it's kind of cool, right? They're in the Congo and there's a briefcase there. It's an old-fashioned briefcase.
Oh, wow. It's a great story.
Thank you. So Hope opens the briefcase and there's an old-fashioned cassette player loaded with the tape. Hope presses the play button. The others gather around the briefcase and this is what they hear. "Your mission, should you decide to accept it, is to time travel to the Congo rainforest and meet with the angry snakes that have taken over the jungle. You will work together to help the snakes learn how to listen to the other jungle animals." And I'm not going to read the rest of it.
You've got me in suspense.
It's like that Mission Impossible, your mission, you know?
I was going to say exactly Mission Impossible, but also it kind of helps children in the way that they have the superpowers within them. They're the superheroes.
Yes.
I just love it. I think they're really real. And I can see it as an animation as well. I really can.
Yeah, and I really appreciate it because I don't think you've heard me read that book because that was our most recent one to come out. We also came out with some activity books and they're Lady Ella inspired, of course. And here's the first one. These came out in December. The Lady Ella activity book. And then the holiday edition, the Christmas edition of Lady Ella. So this particular one has all kinds of activities. And I'll just show you a little. So match with the right feet. So you've got the animals from the book, and then you've got to figure out which bottoms go with which tops. Then you also have a maze.
Oh, I love the maze.
Zell is the gazelle, and so help Zell get to the other end. And here's a couple of other ones. Complete the names. So it's the same names from the books. Fill it in.
That is fantastic.
And draw the other half. So the kids look at one half and then they match it or not.
The other.
Yeah. And you can also just be creative. You don't have to follow, because I know when my mom had her dementia and she was doing some painting, sometimes the paints from one set got mixed in with the others and we ended up having a snowman that was I don't even know what was going on there. I was like, "Mom, it's a creative spirit, right? Just take that liberty, be creative." And then this one for the holidays, this is a cute one, I think. So it's called Find the Words. So you have the names of these and you have to put them in here. That's a little more challenging, right?
Yeah, but what I love about it is timeless.
It is. So I should mention also that all of these books that we've talked about so far with Lady Ella, they're for children maybe ages 4 to 8. And I also think that they're for adults as well, because, I'm looking at this thinking, could I just do that one that I just shared? I don't know. But we also have,
I definitely do the activities.
we have cut and sort. So you would actually just take
Mm.
scissors and cut these out and then paste them where they go. And again, it's creative liberty, but it's also teaching basic skills to children. So they're available on Amazon. And let me just, as always, take a peek. So this one, wow, this was $12.99. It's now $2.99. That's very nice. That's a great deal.
$2.99. It's a
Yeah.
bargain.
It's a bargain, $2.99, and this one is $9.97. And I think something that people may not be aware of, if you're an author, you know this, but let's say you're selling a book for, it's $18.77. The author walks away with maybe $5, maybe $7 at the most, and the rest goes to whomever. So sometimes as authors, we have to price it a little bit higher because there's a minimum amount that Amazon requires. And then you want to make some money from it because it costs you money. So you might have to add, $10 to it so that you can make some money. And then the last thing before we close out on these books today, this to me is the Bible of listening. And this is really for anyone who is interested in learning about case studies, testimonials about how to listen. This book has 2 quizzes in it. And the quizzes are in here for a reason, because Dr. Chan, because we've been talking about elevated listening for 2 years, if I ask the majority of people, how well do you listen? What kind of listener are you? What are people going to say?
They're going to say, yeah, of course I'm a good listener. Of course I am. And then suddenly you share with them what actually elevated listening is, or you'll do and then they'll find, actually, you know what? I thought I was a good listener. I had no idea this was what it really means. This is what elevated listening means. And the fact that it's a great book, and the way that even the courses as well, which the courses are in connecting with the book as well. You have to work with the courses and the book. That's what I feel. Because you'll get the best out of what elevated listening is.
We do. We have a whole series of courses, which we'll talk about on one of our other shows. But what I want to really leave people with, when you think about all of these books that are the Lady Ella series, if everybody was listening so well, why is there war? Why are there divorces? Why? Because people make judgments. If I say something, I'm not saying to you, but just in general, if I say something, I like the color black, and you think, I don't like that, I like the color green. All of a sudden, as soon as I said that, you immediately tune me out because you're thinking, I can't believe it. Or I like chocolate ice cream and you like vanilla, and you think, oh my gosh, chocolate ice cream, that's so passe. You're making all kinds of judgments, and then you're no longer listening. So when you think about some of the crises that are going on in the world, people are very steadfast in how they feel, and they feel the only correct position is theirs. The only viable answer is theirs. And so then it's like this, and people they're not listening. So that's what we're advocating, that, okay, you have your way of thinking about it. I have my way of thinking about it. Why don't we just give each other the space to feel what we feel and respect one another? But that's not what happens. So my thought process, and I know you're in agreement, is that if we teach children how to listen at an elevated level, which means without judgment, without interruption, without stealing the stage, which is my story's better than yours. And then the big one, without providing a solution. How many times, Dr. Chan, do you say that you're just talking about something and somebody goes, oh, I know what you need. No, you don't know what I need, because I don't even know what I need. How could you know what I need?
Yeah, it's happened. It's happened quite a lot. In fact, I didn't really. It's only when I started to understand about elevated listening and the sessions with you and the book and everything, I realized that you see the world in a different way. You treat people differently because you actually get to hear who they are and how they're presenting themselves and how they're actually explaining something. Because the worst thing to do is to close people off. And you close people off once you judge or you stop listening.
I love the way you summed that up. So we've come to the end of our episode here on USA Global TV and Radio, and we would love for people to follow us on Amazon Live because we have other team members who have products and services on Amazon. We'd love to support you. And for people who have been our guests, we'd love to support you. So here, if you have your device, go ahead and hover it over the QR code and you can follow us there. Dr. Chan, your books are available on Amazon right now.
Yes, they are.
And please hold them up again.
Yep. Here they are. Sorry, I didn't. Talking about elevated listening, I got a bit carried away in the moment.
Can you show your books, please?
Yes. Okay, so we have $2 Daughter, To a Cosmic Goddess, more about life lessons, and my absolute favorite, my testimony to life itself, Star Child, the children's fantasy, and to help bring out the inner star child in everyone, including adults as well.
And Dr. Chan, if you can just hold the books up as I tell the audience again the cost. The Star Child book is $2.60 on Amazon, the US platform. And from a $2 daughter is $1.48. Can you hold up the other book, please?
I can, yes. There you go.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Chan, for being with us today. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you, Dr. JACALYN, for allowing me to come along onto this platform and to talk on Amazon Live and and USA Global TV and Radio. This is just a wonderful opportunity, and I've so enjoyed just sharing all the different books that we've been talking about. It's creativity is the universal language, because they say music is the universal language. But you know what? It's creativity. That's the universal language.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you. Have a beautiful evening there in London, and we'll be in touch soon.
Lovely. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
And thank you to each and every one of you who's watching on the live or on the replay. Please do, again, go over to Amazon and follow us. And you can also follow us on USA Global TV and Radio on our YouTube channel and all of the major social media platforms. So again, just to summarize for our friends on Amazon Live, we do have the whole book series of The Amazing Adventures of Lady Ella, the Listening Mentor, book number 1 in Gentle Farm. And all of these books retail for $18.77, but I see Amazon has a number of them on sale right now. The second book is Lady Ella Goes to the School of Joy. And we have sheet music in here. There's actually a music video that's called Listening Lazies, which I should have had here, but I don't have it ready. And that's available on Amazon. The third book is Lady Ella Has Afternoon Tea in London. And in this book, children learn etiquette and manners from the British School of Excellence, also located in London. And we have The Ocean Calls and Lady Ella Listens. This one will teach children listening skills as well as about coexistence, sustainability, and ocean pollution. And in The Magical Adventures of Lady Ella and Her Superpowered Friends, Lady Ella is supercharged, a superhero with her super friends, and they go to the Congo to talk to the snakes who are declaring an uprising. This one teaches also about coexistence and the fact that no creature has more value or more reason to be here than another. And then we have our coloring book, which is for anyone and everyone who wants to get the creative side on. And we have the 2 activity books that we talked about earlier. Fun Times, Drawing, Coloring, Using Scissors Skills. And of course, what I'm calling the Bible of Listening, Mastering the Power of Elevated Listening. And finally, we also have our Creative Hearts Awakening, which is a collaboration with Dr. Chan and myself and Creative Hearts from around the world. We're actually starting our second book in the series, and this book will also be available on Amazon. So if you're interested in sharing your creative heart, please do reach out and contact us. If you'd like to be a guest on any of our shows, please go ahead and scan the QR code. You can find us at usaglobaltv.com. Thank you so much, Amazon Live. Thank you so much to all the social media platforms who are watching. We really do appreciate you, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.